Greetings to all my tech heads out there in the KevTechify nation, and if you're new here, welcome. In this episode, we're going to look at IPsec Policy. We'll be discussing defining interesting traffic and configuring IPsec transform sets. This episode is part of my series on network security. I'm Kevin here at KevTechify. Let's get this adventure started. Although the ISACAM policy for the IKE Phase 1 tunnel is configured, the tunnel does not exist yet. We can verify this by using the show crypto ISACAMP SA. So the command here once again is show crypto ISACAMP SA. Here we have no tunnels. It doesn't show us any tunnels set up. To define interesting traffic, and that's what's going to activate our tunnel, configure each router here with an ACL to permit traffic from the local LAN. So we're permitting it from the local LAN to that remote LAN. The ACL will be used in the crypto map configuration to specify what traffic will trigger the start of that IKE Phase 1. Here is the command, and it's your standard access control list. So once again, global configuration mode, access list 101. We're on router 1 here. Yeah, we're on router 1. So access list 101. We're going to permit IP. And once again, this is from our local LAN. So this is our local LAN address here. We're going to specify that is our interesting traffic. And where is it going? This is that remote LAN. So the other side of our VPN. We also have to do the same thing on the other device. Down here on router 2, we go ahead and we set up an access list. We just named it 102, so that way there's no confusion on which one we're talking about. If we notice here, the first one here is our local LAN, so that's going to specify what traffic actually starts the tunnel. So this is our local LAN. And then where is it going? Well, it's going to the remote LAN. If we compare these two statements, we can see that this network address 10.0.1.0 is the local on one, it's the remote on the other, and then we can also see that 192.168.1 is the remote LAN on R1, which is the local LAN on R2. So just a way to verify that we are specifying the correct networks in our access control list. The next step is to configure the transform set, a set of encryption and hashing algorithms that will be used to transform that data sent through the IPsec tunnel. We configure that transform set using the crypto IPsec transform-set command. What comes after the transform set here is a word, specifically the transform set tag. They're just looking for a name. What are we going to call this? Usually do something descriptive. What we're going to do is call it R1-R2. That's going to signify that this is setting up that tunnel between our router 1 and the other router 2. After you put the name in there, if you put a question mark, and that's what's right here is a question mark, put that in here, they're going to give you all of our available algorithms. And so first step here is see that we have our encryption. Our encryption we're using is ESP AES. So this is our AES cipher we're using. And then we have our hashing algorithm. We are using ESP SHA HMAC here. And this is the transform using the HMAC security authentication. Once we've identified that, we go ahead and enter in the command. You have to remember, we have to do this on both of our devices. Make sure that they are identical. We have our example here. Here on R1, we do crypto IPsec transform. We give it our name. And then we have our encryption of ESP AES. And then we have our hashing of ESP SHA HMAC. Do the same thing on H2. Notice that our commands, our encryption and our hashing match up exactly. They have to match up, otherwise those tunnels won't form. It was my pleasure to provide you with this wonderful episode on IPsec policy. If you like this episode and you got value out of it, please click that like button, give a 5-star rating, leave a comment. This all helps me bring you more great content. Please take a minute to subscribe to my channel. All of my socials and contact information are on my website, KevTechify.com. There you can find out how to get all these episodes in video and podcast form. In the upper right is my playlist for my series on network security for the CCNA. In the bottom right is one of my favorite videos that I picked just for you. Thank you so much for watching this episode of my series on network security for the CCNA. Once again, I'm Kevin. This is KevTechify. I'll see you next time for another great adventure.